EPA meteorologist Bobby Marchich here with your outlook for June 22nd, 2022. It is the first full day of summer since summer arrived at 5:13 a.m. yesterday morning. So a full 24 hours of summer starting today. Today's video forecast is sponsored by the Walters and Zrinski team at Keller Williams Real Estate, serving Carbon, Lehigh, and Northampton counties in eastern Pennsylvania. Lehigh Valley real estate prices have never been higher, and in many cases, they're at all-time highs. At the same time, current real estate inventory is at a record low. Properties are most often selling well above asking price, and buyers are agreeing to pay over appraised value on many of those transactions. If you're curious about what your property is currently worth, call Mike and Sarah for a free market analysis and find out what sets them apart in the real estate industry. They can be reached at 610-867-8888, proud sponsors of the Wednesday video forecast. So today we have a very interesting setup here. Not a very common setup, but we do have an interesting setup nevertheless. It will give us some scattered showers and thunderstorms. However, there is a little bit of a break for some of our eastern areas today. The concentration of the showers and thunderstorms are going to be along an occluded front that is going to be draped over the region. So we have a cold front that is sitting back here like this, attached to this area of low pressure right here. There is then an occluded front that looks like this, something like this. There's actually another area of low pressure right here, a little weaker low pressure. And this occluded front goes down in this manner like this. So this is where your occluded front is. Okay, along that occluded front is going to be the focus of scattered showers and thunderstorms today. So that's going to mainly affect our central PA counties. All right. At the same time, there is a cutoff mid-level low sitting out here that is has this area of precipitation offshore in association with it. In between, you're getting a little bit of substance right here. So a lot of drawing there, but basically what it comes down to is the eastern areas are not going to have as widespread scattered showers and thunderstorms today as our central PA counties. All right, it's going to be most of the heaviest stuff will be out here, and that is mainly the threat today from any of these showers and storms is going to be the heavy rainfall, because we have very high precipitable water content in the atmosphere, and any potential severe weather would be in our very far western areas. So remember, this is very similar to last week when we had a boundary draped over the region, which we do in this case, which is sitting right here. Areas east of that boundary are going to be very stable. So we're not looking at, you might not even have any thunderstorms, but if you do, they're generally going to be garden variety stuff. It's the very far western edge of our coverage area that could get into some gusty winds with some of those storms as they move through, but the primary impacts are going to be most likely heavy rain from any of these storms and, of course, lightning. But there is a slight risk out in those areas in particular. They do have it a little bit further east, but I think it's too far east personally. But we'll see how that works out here during the day, during the course of the day on Wednesday. We will pass any information from the National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center as they see fit. Here is the NAM high-res future simulator radar. It's starting us off at 1 p.m. as you can see in the upper right-hand corner. Not much going on. You have some offshore precipitation association with that mid-level low that's kind of spinning offshore there. But along that boundary, which, again, this boundary is going to be kind of sitting right here, right? There's where the boundary is. That's where the boundary is. So along that is where the focus of scattered showers and thunderstorms are going to be after that point, mainly mid-afternoon. And you can see that popping right there. See that? So we have these scattered thunderstorms popping over central Pennsylvania. So when you get over to places like Williamsport, State College, Lock Haven, you'll get into this activity mid to late afternoon, and it will spread southward toward the Harrisburg region. But you see that it kind of, the concentration of the heavier showers and storms are actually further to the west in those particular areas. They really don't get too far to the east here. And you can see there's really nothing going on for most of the day here. You will start off today with some peaks of sun in a lot of areas before noon. Once we get past noon, we'll have mostly cloudy skies and then eventually overcast. So even though you're not getting anything or much of anything farther east here, you're still going to be cloudy here at that point. Okay, so this is looking at 6 p.m. You still have all these scattered showers and thunderstorms going on in central PA. This is going to eventually work eastward, and the boundary itself is going to shift eastward. But when it does shift eastward, it's going to be moving into more stable air further east. So we're just looking at showers that are going to go through the evening hours farther east. And that's going to continue into the overnight and into Thursday morning. Here's looking at 6 a.m. on Thursday, you see a steady dose of showers, again, along the boundary. Guess where the boundary is? Right here, right? So along that boundary is you're going to have some scattered showers. It'll be showers because it's more stable. Can't rule out a rumble of thunder with that overnight, but looks like it's pretty stable farther east. And this is going to go through the course of the morning. And this is looking at noon right here, all right? And then we get in the early afternoon. This goes away. You might even have some partial clearing later in the afternoon here on Thursday. So you will have showers to start up through about noon, maybe early afternoon in some cases, and then this kind of goes away. See that? And that's it. So that's all we're dealing with as far as precipitation from this event. But it's everything today is going to be in a corridor pretty far west, nearest that boundary that I highlighted, which is going to be, this corridor is kind of like right in here. This is where your area of concern is as far as possible severe weather today, which will be, again, gusty winds. Can't even rule out a tornado in those areas, but everything further east out here is not looking like it's going to be severe because it's going to be a lot more stable. And most of the day is going to be dry there until we get to the evening hours, and except for something isolated. So that's what we're looking at today. That's the breakdown of today and the timing of that. And again, this is going to continue into Thursday morning as showers, and then once we get past noon, it starts to break up. Should remain mostly cloudy in the afternoon, but we might see some peaks of sun here at some point before the day's over here on Thursday. And as we move ahead to Thursday here on the European model, you can see the same thing. You got the showers across the eastern areas, just like the NAM has, and then we get to the afternoon, it kind of breaks up and goes away. So by the time we get to Friday morning, we are going to be becoming partly cloudy, actually partly to mostly sunny. It's going to be here on Friday as this system pulls away, and temperatures that are going to get back to near average on Friday for highs. So we're going to have temperatures in the next couple of days a little cooler. This 72 to 84, 72 is going to be the eastern areas, with that onshore flow expected for those eastern areas, and then our western areas out in central PA where those storms are ongoing that I highlighted will be closer to the 84-degree mark. So it's an east to west spread today. And as we look at Thursday, most of the areas are going to be in the entire region is going to be in the 70s. This icon above me here is deceiving here. It has looks like it's an all-day rain event again, but it's just the morning that we're dealing with that, and then we start to improve during the afternoon on Thursday, and then we get up into the lower 80s or near average for highs on Friday. Then we get to the weekend. The weekend still looks really good. Okay, we're looking at a very summer-like weekend, not extreme, but we're looking at temperatures, upper 80s to near 90. Okay, on both weekend days. Looking at mostly sunny skies here on Saturday, and here is Sunday. Now, yesterday I showed this cold front moving at us. It has slowed down a little bit on most guidance today, so that means for, Sunday will just be partly cloudy, not looking like we're going to get any rain, and maybe something isolated as we get in the evening farther west in our coverage area for those western areas, but it looks like this weekend's going to be a fantastic weekend. Okay, so we have a great weekend coming up. It's going to be a weekend where you can actually use the pool, unlike last weekend. It wasn't too bad last weekend, and it was very windy, but the temperatures are a little bit too cool for that. Won't be the case this weekend, it looks like. This cold front does eventually move through during the course of the overnight with scattered showers and thunderstorms that go into Monday morning. So you have some early showers on Monday, and then partial clearing in the afternoon as this moves away offshore. We'll watch the timing of this as we move forward here in the week. This will probably move around a little bit, give or take a few hours, but that's the general idea. Sunday night, and then moving through Monday morning. Morning showers giving way to sun, and then partial clearing, and then we get to Tuesday. Right here, we are partly cloudy and temperatures on either side of 80 degrees. So that is your week ahead. Again, just follow our social media outlets today if we have anything from the Storm Prediction Center as far as watches are concerned. I do think if they're going to put it up, what they should do is, as I'm looking at this right now, is keep it to our western areas if that were to occur. But I can never rule out that maybe that front's not as far west as most models project it, and if it's a little bit further east, so will be the watch. So we'll continue to follow that throughout the day and pass any information along to you as it comes in. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for June 22nd, 2022. Have a great Wednesday.